What is going on YouTube? Joe here with Culination Media, and welcome back for another episode of the Battle Maison. And by another episode, I mean basically the first episode, because last time we just did the normal singles, and that was really not too exciting. Now the real fun starts, because we are doing super singles today, and we're going to try to get a streak going. I would like to get up to 50. That is the goal. So I constructed two separate teams that we're going to be kind of rotating in and out. And we'll start with one this time, obviously, and then next time we'll do the other team, and, you know, every other episode just switch off like that. I'll go over that in a second, but of course, as we're getting started today, just a friendly reminder, if you haven't done so already and you would like to show your support, feel free to do so by clicking that like button right below this video, or you can leave your thoughts in the comment section below. All of those things are welcome and appreciated, as always. Seriously, you guys that do stop by to show support all the time, you guys are awesome. Now, let's take a look at the team. I went full try hard on this. Almost everything is OU or Ubers, and these are Pokemon that I normally would not get a chance to use, so I'm going for it, because I know that the Battle Maison is a haxy place, and so I'm preparing for it. So we have Chicky, the Blaziken. It's a normal Blaziken, not Mega. It's got a Lumberry, because things like to T-Wave and Swagger and all that jazz. It's got high jump kick, flare blitz, it's got the protect, of course, to be able to get up a speed boost if necessary, and then I've got knockoff, because otherwise I get walled by Chandelure, which I know that the Battle Maison will start throwing at me if I don't carry it, so that's what the knockoff is for. And just general ghost coverage. Then we've got Sundaya, the Mega Venusaur. Max HP, max special attack is the investment here, so it's not like completely defensive or anything. We have the Sludge Bomb, Hidden Power Fire for steel types and other grass types and things of that nature. We got the Giga Drain, and we've got Synthesis so that we can restore our health a little bit more if need be. I don't know if we're going to get the opportunity to use that a whole bunch, but it's there. If we need it to be. And we also have Chlorophyll in case there's like a random like Ninetales or something that has Drought. We can outspeed it and Sludge Bomb it. Then, last but not least for this first team, we have a very interesting Greninja set that I am so excited to use. It's a physical set with no item, because it's going to be spamming acrobatics. So it's also got pretty good coverage in Water Shuriken for some nice priority. Otherwise, things like Jolteon just poop on this set, which I know I'm going to be running into a lot of those as well. And it also allows me to hit things like Swellow that would be faster. Ice Punch is just generally great coverage. It's a great offensive type move. And then we have U-Turn, which, you know, because this Greninja is going to be our lead, so we can U-Turn out of things that, you know, we can't really do anything to. Get some damage on it, break some Focus Sashes or Sturdy if need be. I thought about throwing a Focus Sash on this, but a lot of times the opponents will just go for straight Haxy moves or try to set up or whatever, so having a Focus Sash doesn't always do us any good when, you know, I want to be using Acrobatics. That is our strongest move. We don't really need the Life Orb to be able to do a lot of damage with a 110 base power move that gets Stab. So I'm expecting this Greninja to put in a decent amount of work. A lot of things it can just straight up OHKO, just because it has enough coverage to hit a lot of things super effectively. And if not, you know, I expect it to just soften some threats for us, and we can come in and clean up with things like Blaziken. Alright, on to the next team. We have Nimbus, the Tornadus Therian, or Therian, or however you want to pronounce it. I think it's pronounced Therian, but that's just me. I really wanted to use one of these, and somebody was nice enough to donate this to me, so shout out to you, Mr. Burton, for sending it my way. And it's just a Life Orb set, nothing fancy. It didn't have Hurricane, but I replaced that with Air Slash, because I am not about to tempt fate by relying on a base 70 accuracy move. So we have the Air Slash. It might be a little bit lacking in power, but it actually does quite a bit with a Life Orb attached. Then we have Heat Wave, which hits a lot of things that Air Slash can't hit, with the exception of the rock types. And then we have the Grass Knot, of course, to hit those rock types, and U-Turn to be able to get our Regenerator back and, you know, get away from threats and such. So this second team is kind of like a Volt Turn team, because I have the U-Turn on the Tornadus, and then we have Bolt, the Raikou, which is Assault Vest. It's got the Volt Switch, so we can get that Volt Turn core going. The T-Bolt is its strongest stab. We have the Hidden Power Ice, so we have the Bolt Beam combination, and extra sensory hits other things like fighting types and poison types and such. And last but not least, we have the overpowered threat, Mega Metagross with Meteor Mash, Bullet Punch, EQ, and Zen Headbutt. EQ hits most of the things that the Steel-type moves will not. Zen Headbutt is just a nice extra stab. It does hit poison types, like levitating poison types, especially like Wheezing and Crobat, which it isn't levitating, but it's flying. You get the picture. So that's pretty much the team as far as that is concerned. So today we're going with the first team with Blaziken, Greninja, and Mega Venusaur. Tomorrow we'll be bringing, or not tomorrow, but the next episode we will be bringing the Volturn team with Mega Metagross. So that is the plan. This is the only time I'm going to go over the team that extensively. I just wanted to show you guys what we were working with. So the other episodes will just be getting right into the challenge. So let's choose the battle box. And we will lead with Greninja. We'll put Chicky and Zendaya after that. And that's looking pretty good. It is looking pretty good indeed. So, like I said, I'm hoping we can get to 50. I really am hoping we can get to 50. The other times that I've tried this, like on Alpha Sapphire, and even in X and Y, quite a few times I failed right before I got to the 50 mark. I eventually did get it, but it took me a couple of tries. So, without further ado, it's time to get into our first battle against Tourist. I don't even want to try to pronounce that name because I will inevitably get it wrong. So Miss Magius is going to be leading things off against our lovely shiny Greninja. I love Greninja. I love shiny Greninja specifically. This thing has pretty bad physical defense, so I feel pretty comfortable just going for the acrobatics. And I don't think it's going to go for, well, I hope it doesn't go for T-Bolt. That would be bad. And it actually does take that. He's going to go for Taunt, which is fine. If he was going to go for Shadow Ball, I could take that. So it's not that big of a deal. I will go for Water Shuriken in case this is like random, I don't know, cussed up Berry Miss Magius, which I would not put past the Maison to throw my way. But anyway, that's going to take out the first Pokemon. And we didn't have to take any damage. Why would you taunt a Greninja? Like, what am I going to go for that's not an attacking move? Spikes? Toxic Spikes? I don't know. So out comes the Rapidash, and this thing might go for Wild Charge, but I'm just going to go for Water Shuriken. Oh, it has Passo Berry. Okay, it only weakens the first hit, though, so the rest will be doing much more damage than that. So that's actually very helpful for us as we get a crit, so that pretty much nullifies the berry. If we can get 4 hits, it's dead, but we don't. And we see the Flame Charge, which is an interesting move on a Rapidash. Passo Berry, Flame Charge. But it doesn't matter because Water Shuriken is priority. So, and that's specifically why I wanted it, for things that kind of get out of hand with like agilities, random Scarf Pokemon, Flame Charging Pokemon apparently, and things of that nature. Having priority is important. I know I have Speed Boost, but yeah, I just really wanted the priority. So that's what I went with. And we're just going to Ice Punch this Gliscor as it goes down. And that's going to be it for the first battle. So we kind of just plowed through that. We only got hit with a Flame Charge, so that was not too bad at all. Can't say that I can complain about that. Greninja, I can feel that it's just going to put in a lot of work. I can really feel it. So I didn't explain this, but how I'm going to be doing this is we're going to be doing 5 battles per episode. That should give us, 15 to 25-minute episodes in that range somewhere, depending on how long the battles go. I'm assuming as we get farther and farther along, the battles might take a little bit longer. I don't really know. So that's just what I decided to go with. If that ends up making for really, really short videos, I guess I'll increase it to 10, but I don't see that happening. Unfezant is leading things off for our opponents. I'm going to go straight for an Ice Punch. This is not going to kill because Unfezant actually has pretty decent physical defense. Yeah, that did nothing. But we get the Lucky Freeze. Is this Lumberry? No, it's Citrus Berry. Okay. Oh, Enigma Berry. That was Enigma Berry Unfezant. Okay, then. Fair enough. I'm just going to go for the Ice Punch again. And yeah, Unfezant is out of here. So we got a little bit lucky with the freeze there. The Hax Gods are smiling down upon us. Not that I'm going to complain about it, as Slowking is coming out here. Now this is a problem, because whenever you see Slowking or Slowbro, they almost always just go for Trick Room on the first turn, and you almost can never just one-shot them because they're so ridiculously bulky. I have to go for U-turn here, and that's going to hit this thing super effectively. It's going to do a lot of damage because Slowking's physical defense isn't the greatest. Actually, that almost OHKOs it. If we were Life Orb, it would be dead. Turns out that he has a Citrus Berry, which is, I guess, a little bit unfortunate. And we're going to get Greninja out of here. And he's going to go for the Trick Room, I know it, but I don't think he's going to go for... Don't go for Psyshock. Yeah, he goes for Trick Room. Okay. Fair enough. Now, we can take one hit from this thing, even though we are weak to that Psychic Stab. And if he kills me, so be it. I mean, I'll just go into Blaziken and Protect, I guess. And maybe have to double Protect. I don't know. Because this would be the second turn. Yeah, he's not going to Oko me. He's just not going to Oko me. He's going to go for the Psyshock. And that's going to do a lot, but it's not going to kill. Yeah, that brings us down to 80. Actually, that didn't do as much as I thought it was going to. And Giga Drain is going to just finish off this Slowking. We get a decent amount of HP back. Brings us back over the halfway point. And we'll see what his last Pokemon is. It's going to be Slurpuff. This thing most likely cannot hit me with anything other than, like, Return, maybe. Or if it's special, like Flamethrower. He goes for Draining Kiss. Yeah, he's pretty much just conceding defeat at this point because Draining Kiss does nothing. Sludge Bomb is going to take out the Slurpuff in one hit. Slurpuff really doesn't have that much bulk anyway. So that does it for the second battle. Not even bad. We're moving kind of quickly. Pretty happy with how the team is performing so far. We haven't seen any Blaziken action yet. Although we're going to have Greninja most likely just go down or something to die before Blaziken can come in. Because most of the time I won't just switch in Blaziken on an attack. That's just not a good idea. What I look forward to when I travel is catching Pokemon at my destination. Well, you're not at your destination right now. It's time to battle tourist Marbella, as she's going to send out an Altaria, which is great for me because I outspeed this by a lot. And Altaria's special bulk is a lot higher than its physical bulk, which means I can just go straight for an Ice Punch. Please don't be Yachi Berry. Please don't be Yachi Berry. Please don't be Yachi Berry. Okay, it's not Yachi Berry. He's just dead. You're just dead. You're not taking that. I'm sorry. Just not happening. Not happening. He's going to go out into Noivern. And I guess I'm just going to go for Ice Punch again. I don't even care. Yeah, we outspeed this. Oh, this is Yachi Berry. What's it with all these dragon and flying types? And that still almost just Okos this thing, as it's going to go for the Super Fang. And we can just go for a Water Shuriken. I don't care if it's resisted. I don't want to mess around with this. I just want it to be dead. Just want it to be dead. I'm going to be making some safe plays because, you know, even if it's unnecessary, you never know with the Battle Maison, and I don't want to risk my streak over something silly that happens. If I can help it. So Sylveon comes out here. And this is probably just going to kill me, but I am going to go for Acrobatics to get off as much damage as possible, and then we can finish things off with Venusaur or something. That does a lot. That does so much damage, and it doesn't even attack me. It goes for the Misty Terrain, and I don't know what the point of that is. Is this lefties? That is lefties, all right. So you're just dead, basically. You don't even have Quick Attack or anything, so we don't have to worry about that. Sylveon just goes down. So Greninja's just tearing through these teams. Like, if I was Life Orb, that Slowking in the last battle would have been Oko. Just think about that for a second. Okoing a Slowking from full health with a U-turn. That's just nonsensical. That's just wiggity wham. So we are up to battle number 4 now. And yeah, this episode's kind of just flying by. At least it feels like it. I chose the path of the punk girl. Not being popular is getting to me, though. Oh man, I know the feeling. I know the feeling. Being a nerd stinks. No, it doesn't. Being a nerd is awesome. Mandibuzz. Okay. Okay, so I'm not going to Oko this with anything. Like, even if I had Raikou go for Thunderbolt, I don't know if that would kill because this thing is just stupid bulky. It really, really is. It just never dies. I am going to go for the Ice Punch either way, though, because I'm not too afraid of this thing from an offensive perspective. And that does a lot. It turns out to be Zoroark, and he just taunts me. What is it with everybody taunting Greninja? What do you think I'm going to go for? I don't understand. Do you think I'm like Toxic Greninja or something? I'm just going to go for Acrobatics again because I definitely outspeed this thing. And I know he could have gone for Sucker Punch, so I guess Water Shuriken was probably my better play there. But if he had Taunt, probably didn't have Sucker Punch. I don't know. Maybe that was a misplay on my part. He is going to go into the Crocodile here, and I'm going to U-turn out of this, I think. I could still hit it for some super effective damage. And we can go into... I guess we have to go into Venusaur, hoping that he goes for an Earthquake. So we can take that and then finish him off the following turn with a Giga Drain. and it'll be a good time. Oh, he actually goes for the crunch. I don't know how well we're going to take this. That does so much damage because it's a crit, and we see the defense drop. Crit defense drop, not even bad. Yeah, if both of those things didn't happen, I think we may have been able to take another hit, possibly. Especially because we get a defense boost when we Mega Evolve, so yeah, I think we definitely would have been able to take that. But unfortunately, the Hex Gods were not with us on that. I won't complain, though, because, you know, we kind of did freeze the Unpheasant a while back. Feels like forever ago. But I will just go right back into Shinobi here. We do outspeed this thing, and I can go for an Ice Punch. And that's just going to take him out. Goodbye. I could probably go for U-Turn, again, if I really wanted to. Because without the Intimidate, it would be dead. Goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. So we'll see what the last Pokemon is here. Oh yeah, he actually has a Mandibuzz. I forgot about that. I should have realized that he had a Mandibuzz, or she had a Mandibuzz, when we saw Zoroark impersonating a Mandibuzz. It doesn't just impersonate random Pokemon. Again, we get taunted. What? What? Why? Can somebody explain to me why I keep getting taunted? Is that just something that they like to spam? Because I've never seen that before. It's not like I've never done the Maison. I've never been taunted so much in my life. What is happening? What in the world is happening? Now that was battle number 4, I think. So we have one more. Let's see. Let's see. What battle number is this? Yes, this is number 5. So we'll do this one, and then we'll call it an episode. All right, I'm going to start the timer. So let's get this over with before it goes off. Or else what? What are you gonna do if that timer goes off? Exactly. Nothing. You're not gonna do anything. You don't have the guts. Glaceon is here, and sorry, Alex, I'm not afraid of you. I'm just not. I don't know what you're gonna do. I mean, you don't really have that much in the way of coverage moves, so I'm kind of tempted to just. I'm not gonna acrobatics because this is a tricky thing because sometimes they go for moves that just aren't very effective. So, like, I'm water type. Will you really go for an ice type move if I go for acrobatics? Is that really going to be what you're going to do? I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to get some damage on this thing and U-turn out. I guess I can U-turn into Blaziken. I can take any hit that this thing goes for. I doubt we're going to be hit with a Hidden Power Ground right now. There's no reason to go into Venusaur because I kind of feel like this thing is just going to go for an ice move either way. Yeah, he does. He goes for the Blizzard, and we will be able to take that somewhat nicely, actually, and we don't get frozen, which is great. And we can just kill this thing with a high jump kick or a flare blitz. I think I'm going to protect first. Oh, as we see the Quick Claw activating, clutch protect right there because we might have been dead depending on what he has. No, Blizzard, okay. We could have taken that. Pretty sure. Yeah, he would have needed like an extra high roll to take us out here. And this time we're going for flare blitz. I don't want to miss a high jump kick, so I'll deal with the recoil. And thankfully, the Quick Claw doesn't activate that time. So that worked out very, very well for us. We ended up protecting on the turn the Quick Claw activated and then take him out the turn after. So now we have Hippowdon here. And so the sand is going to be here. Sandstorms are cool. I guess we can just go for... Do I want to switch? I kind of want to save this thing. I'm going to go out into Venusaur. I mean, I could have just Flare Blitzed for damage and then went straight into Venusaur, but Hippowdon literally can't touch Venusaur. So, yeah, go for Earthquake. That's not going to do much. It's not going to do enough for you. Actually, that did a lot. You're offensive. Okay. Well, then. Forget what I said about this thing not being able to touch me, but... You can't kill me, you don't outspeed me, and Giga Drain is going to do a butt-ton of damage, and then we can finish it off with either Blaziken or the Greninja in the following turn. Actually, we're going to get a bunch of HP back, so we're not going to die here. As that's just the straight Oko, that's not even a critical hit. I don't know. Oh, I mean, it was offensive Hippowdon, obviously, because it did so much, so I guess that explains that. We almost got back up to full from that, too. Hippowdon does have a lot of HP. And we have Umbreon, so I'm kind of happy I saved the Blaziken. Because now we can just spam Sludge Bomb here until Venusaur dies. If this Umbreon can even kill Venusaur. And, oh, it's the Curse Umbreon. Not even bad. Hopefully it doesn't have Quick Attack. Or that could be a problem for Blaziken. So we're going to kind of need to kill this thing with Venusaur then. Because it keeps increasing its defense. Although... U-turn will still do a decent amount to it just because it's stab on Greninja. So I'm going to go for the Sludge Bomb here. Can we get a poison? That would be nice. No poison. He is just going to go straight for the payback here. And that really doesn't do that much for a +1 Umbreon. That really does not do much. Especially because that was a base 100 power move too. He's going to show the lefties again. And you're not going to be able to take another Sludge Bomb. So we'll just go for that. And so it turns out that we didn't really need the poison there. We get a meaningless critical hit. The Umbreon is going to go down. And that is going to be it for battle number 5, and that's where we call it an episode. So pretty uneventful. I know we're just getting started. Things are going to get a lot harder. Things are going to be very, very difficult, I'm assuming, especially towards the middle and the end of this series. So we kind of have easy sailing for a few episodes, I would think. I don't know. So I will take a break here. And next time, I'll probably like change up the music or something so we have something different to listen to, because that's always good. So we're going to save our game. That's going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Next time, like I said, we will be rotating the team, so we'll get to see some different Pokemon in action. If you enjoyed, make sure you're leaving a like rating or comment, or whatever you would like to do, of course. And I will see you all next time. And until then, game on.